Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my second start, bench, and cut video. For those of you who have never watched this type of video, so I'm going to spin this wheel for example, I'm going to do QBs, spin this wheel 3 times. The 3 QBs selected, I choose which one I want to start, bench, or cut. I'm going to do that with QBs, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, O-line, defense, and head coach. And then after making these teams, I'm going to put them into a Madden franchise and see which team ends up doing the best. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in there.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Again, we got it. We're in. There we go.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god! Look of the Irish! Holy shit! First time ever! Audra Gesame with the kick return. Pity! Oh, look at the Irish, me boyos.
Alright, we are on our first wheel spin. We're going to start with QBs. Let's see, who's our QB1? QB1, we have Cam Ward. Alright, QB2, we got the Raiders. Raiders? Yeah, Raiders. Alright, so Geno Smith. Alright, now our final QB. Who we getting? Jared Goff? Looks like it's going to be Jared Goff. Alright, so our QBs are Cam Ward, Geno Smith, and Jared Goff. So I think Jared Goff obviously is going to be the starter. He's top 5, top 10 QB in the league. He also has the best supporting cast out of these guys. Then, I'm going to give Geno Smith just because he has experience, but Cam Ward probably is going to have a better career than Geno Smith, and then Cam Ward right now is going to be the cut. Alright, off to the running backs. Seahawks, that's Kenneth Walker. Alright, running back 2. Who else we getting? Saints, Giants, Jets, Eagles, Saquon. Alright, let's see who our third running back is. Third running back is, I think that's DeAndre Swift. Yep, D Swift. Alright, we got Kenneth Walker, Saquon Barkley, D Swift. Saquon Barkley's the obvious start. I'll get how did these guys perform last year? How did D Swift perform last year? D Swift last year, 959, 3.8, nothing terrible. Kenneth Walker, kind of better. He was hurt last year. Okay, so we are going to go with Kenneth Walker as the bench. Kenneth Walker's the bench, D Swift as the cut. Alright, wide receivers. This time we're going to do 3 wide receivers. First one is going to be Chris Olave. Alright, let's see the second wide receiver one. Seahawks, that is JSN. Okay, let's see who our next wide receiver is. Final first wide receiver. Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Alright, so Amon-Ra is going to be the obvious starter. Then, Chris Olave just gets hurt a little bit more. He's going to have the worst quarterback play. JSN's the number 1. He doesn't get hurt as much. Okay, we're going to go with JSN for this one. Then Chris Olave. Alright, next wide receivers. And we can't use the Lions, Saints, or the Seahawks. Commanders, we got Scary Terry. Alright, second receiver. Falcons, Drake London. Alright, final wide receiver number 2. Who we getting? The Bears, DJ Moore. Alright, so Scary Terry, Drake London, DJ Moore. Oh my god, I love Scary Terry. Scary Terry's my favorite of the 3, so I'm going to have him be the starter. Ooh. DJ Moore is more proven, so he'll be the bench. Then Drake London as the cut. Alright, third wide receivers. Alright, we got Malik Neighbors. Okay, next receiver. Titans, Calvin Ridley. Alright, final receiver. Nope, we already got Calvin Ridley. Let's spin again. Raiders? No, Chiefs. Who is the Chiefs? The Chiefs wide receiver 1 is technically Rashee Rice. So, final set of wide receivers. Malik Neighbors, Calvin Ridley, Rashee Rice. Malik Neighbors, obvious starter. I'm going to give it to Calvin Ridley just because Rashee Rice got hurt last year, and Calvin Ridley has been the more consistent 1,000-yard guy. And then that leaves Rashee Rice as the cut guy. Okay, now on to tight ends. Jake Ferguson. Alright, let's see who the second tight end is. Browns, David Njoku. Alright, final tight end, let's see. Bucks, Cade Otton. Alright, tight ends, we got Jake Ferguson, David Njoku, Cade Otton. All these guys are good. Jake Ferguson, oh my god, these guys are all kind of equal in ways. Like, David Njoku's a late bloomer, just doesn't really get utilized, I guess, the best. Jake Ferguson's really good. He just got hurt last year and kind of had a down year. Cade Otton had his best year last year. So for going into next year, I think Cade Otton has to be the number 1. Oh my god, I want to do Jake Ferguson as the bench. I want Jake Ferguson to be the number 1 guy. I think he really could be better than all these guys, but just think kind of based on how the offenses are going to go. Wait, actually, no, Cade Otton. God, I don't know. David Njoku, let's make him the bench, and then Jake Ferguson the cut. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, now on to O-line. The Bucks O-line. Let's see the second O-line. Lions O-line. Alright, let's see who the final O-line is. Giants. Ooh. All right, so we're going to do the Bucks. Bucks probably have one of the better O-lines. They have Tristan Wirfs leading that line. I think they're going to be very good. Then we're going to do the Lions. Penei Sewell. They did lose Frank Ragnow, so that could be a big loss. And then the Giants. Evan Neal, the most memeable tackle in the league, so yeah, they have to be on the cut. Even though I do like Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas, I think, is very... I don't want to say he's underrated, because I feel like people do know he's good, but he's just not talked about like he should be. All right, now we're going to do defenses. Browns defense. Defense number 2, Commanders. All right, let's see our final defense. Bengals. All right, so for defense, we're going to do Browns as the starting team. They got Myles Garrett back. Then we're going to do, I think, the Commanders. Yeah, Commanders. They have an older team, but they get the job done. And then obviously the Bengals. They have one of the worst defenses in the league. All right, now finally, we're going to do head coaches. First head coach is the Titans. I don't even remember who the Titans head coach is. Is that Brian Callahan? Yeah, Brian Callahan. All right, second head coach. Oh, the goofball, McDaniel. All right, let's go. Third coach. Got the Bengals, Zach Taylor. All right, so we got Brian Callahan, Mike McDaniel, Zach Taylor. I really don't know how I feel about any of these guys. Brian Callahan, he's a rookie head coach, right? No, he coached last year. Last year was his first time. Dude, I guess I got to give it to Zach Taylor because he technically has done the best out of all these guys. He got his team to a Super Bowl. Then I don't know about how I feel about Mike McDaniel. Brian Callahan I'm going to give Brian Callahan the benefit of the doubt. I think he could do good with Cam Ward and this team. And then I'm going to do Mike McDaniel as the cut. So these are the teams. My start team has Jared Goff hand the ball off to Saquon while throwing the ball to Amon-Ra, Scary Terry, Malik Neighbors, Cade Otton, Bucks O-line protecting them, Browns defense, Zach Taylor coaching them. The bench team led by Geno Smith, hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker while throwing the ball to JSN, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, and David Njoku. The Lions O-line protected them, the Commanders defense, and Brian Callahan as the coach. And then finally, the cut team. The quarterback is Cam Ward, hand the ball off to D Swift, who's passing the ball to Chris Olave, Drake London, Rashee Rice, and Jake Ferguson, with the Giants O-line protecting him, and the Bengals defense on the field, while being coached by Mike McDaniels. Oof. I think obviously the star teams got this in the bag. Hey, the first one was a lot more even. The start and bench were only a one-team difference. They both made the first round of the playoffs. And actually, no, the bench team did better, technically, the way I graded it. So, there's a chance. But I'm going to say, on paper, obviously, I'm going to go with the start team. But, yeah, I'll see you guys in Madden and see how this goes.
I was building fires.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my bench and